everybody.
What is going on, good people? Welcome to this week's episode of Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tiffany D. Collins.
And I'm your girl, Tiffany Tiff Cole Joseph, and I'm going to drop some nuggets tonight.
And I'm your girl, Anika Roseboro, better known as
Nika Rika.
And what up, peace? This is your guy, Bashan, holding it down for all the men and all the bros out there.
All right.
So make sure y'all please stay tuned to the end of the show and make sure you chime in to our main topic.
Yes, indeed. And as always, go on Facebook, like, share our page, Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. You can also catch us on YouTube at Epic Topic. EPEC Topic is hashtag us, and we pop up on YouTube. You can catch all the shows and everything.
And then slide on over to Instagram and stop at Epic Podcast, and you can get more information there.
Yes. So listen, at this time, we need y'all to go grab your Kool-Aid, go grab your soda, grab your wine, grab your water, whatever it is that you like to drink.
Absolutely.
And tune on into the show because, baby, we got some hot topics, and we got a hot main topic as well.
Absolutely.
So we want to see these comments lit up, okay?
Yes,
so go ahead and get ready. Let's talk.
Talk about it.
All right.
Yes, indeed. So listen, y'all, first up, y'all, each one of us has some awesome events. We had some busy weekends. So, y'all, we about to fill y'all in. So, VO, come on, brother. How was your show?
Hey, hi there, people out there. Hey, this past Saturday, I was had the privilege to play the lead double role.
Double role.
Double role.
Yes,
How you
indeed.
do all those lines at your age?
That's what I'm wondering.
She said at your age.
Hey,
She tell the truth, though.
By the grace
Oh,
of
no.
God. Yes, indeed. The play was The Beauty Box 2.
Oh, no.
I played Calvin Steele. He was a absentee father who likes to just focus on making money to pay his child support. And he also liked to be a two-timer every now and then. Then the next character was Deacon Do Right.
Which we already know you ain't do nothing right. So.
Deacon Do Right love to anoint the ladies. We just praying for all the lost souls out there.
Yeah.
It's a nice show, man. My castmates did their thing also. Miss Dr. Andrea Taylor. She wrote it, produced it, and directed it. We had a ball out there. I think the church was Covenant Glen Methodist Church out there in Rochelle, Texas.
Okay,
all right.
Yeah.
I worked out there for like 20 years.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, 20 years.
It's
Come
pretty
on.
cool out there. Yeah, so we had a nice time, and we actually had two shows. So both shows was great. The audience, was intrigued with the show, and also involved because every time I was out there doing my entry, I could hear him in the crowd. Oh, he ain't no good. Look at him, just getting there. I was trying to keep character because they was cracking me up, laugh. I was trying not to laugh at their comments, but it was
But so if you're supposed to be anointing folks, ladies, I'm gonna need y'all to go. I'm gonna need y'all to go pray, go lay in somebody's water, because obviously y'all didn't get no anointment from this person this weekend. Okay,
You just praying, you just doing the Lord's work.
I'm gonna need you to go get baptized.
And first of all, I'd like to say hello to everybody that's tuning in. Hello, Pam Jones. Hello, Dirk Richardson. Hello, Glenisha. Hello, Gerald. Hello to everybody that's tuning in right now that I can see. But listen, like Tiff said, we all had an awesome weekend. We all were booked and what?
Busy.
Yes. So he had a stage play, The Beauty Box, and that was wonderful. And I had the liberty of co-writing, directing, and co-producing the stage play Anime's Dream.
Woo-hoo.
And I played Mama in the stage play.
Mama.
It went over well, sold out event.
Yes,
The crowd was great. And I'd like to thank Sharon K. Griffin, Madam Butterfly, for doing the burgundy carpet. Oh, y'all got your interview. It was a wonderful evening. And I'll just tell y'all a little bit about the story. Well, basically, this story was inspired by a gentleman that went to jail many years ago, and a lot of y'all heard this story because it made front page news. He was a janitor, and he found a white little girl dead. And when he found her dead, he reported it, and they put him in jail.
Wow.
He did 25 years in prison.
Unbelievable.
Before they found the evidence, there was another white guy, but the evidence was all still in the thing. They didn't even look at it. They just picked him. And That's the reason why I don't like to be first on the scene and find people, because you know you the suspect when you
Right.
So
Especially
anyway,
if you're black.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
gonna go ahead and say it.
Absolutely. So what happened was, when he got out of jail, of course they gave him $1 million every year, so he was very, very rich. But that on 25 in prison, I don't care how much money you got. It's a lot you lost. A lot you lost.
Mhm.
People die off in 25 years. You lose your
Mhm.
mom and dad, and they don't last that long. Well, you know,
Right.
so what they can't pay you for what you lost.
Right.
So what happened was, you know, when you get out of jail, then you have everybody want to do an interview, TV shows, talk shows, Oprah, and so he was at the church here in Houston, Mount Hebron, and Miss Charlene Lathan was there in the audience, and she grew compassion for the wife, and she said, "I wonder what the wife thought when she heard that. I wonder what happened." So from there, she started writing the story about what the lady did. The name is fictitious, Anna Mae, and so we went from there and grew a story about her life and what happened and how she dealt with it in our imagination. So it was a very, very good show. It was inspired by him. I think his name was Charles something. I'll put it in the comments, guys, so y'all can go back and read the story. But yeah, it was inspired by that, and we like to tell stories that have meaning for us. So it was a great show, great turnout. Everybody loved it. Just say, catch me in March. I'll be doing something else.
Yes, I love it. I have to say this though. When y'all first started publicizing, I saw Anna Mae, I thought about two things. First of all, if anybody know me, they know that my favorite movie is What's Love Got to Do with It. So I'm sitting up here like, what they gonna drag Anna Mae in now? So number one, and then I know the song that y'all kept playing as a theme, Anna Mae, and I'm sitting up here like, Lord, this about to be good.
Yeah.
But I'm just so like great, like I'm just flabbergasted at the fact that I, you know, like I said, everybody had stuff planned for this weekend that I could not be in the building. But I know it was a successful event, Tiff, and I'm so happy for you. And yes, indeed. Anna Mae, whenever y'all hit the stage again, I'm gonna make sure I'll be in the building.
In the
Yes,
building.
yeah, in the building.
She might be in the show.
Yeah, you never know. Well, I was in the building, and it was an awesome play. The music was just everything. So, but I just want to say this because I know sometimes I be talking to Tiff, and I be like, Tiff, what you still doing up this late? She be like, girl, I'm just trying to think of how I can make this play better. So her hard work really, really paid off. I would, if whoever wasn't there, make sure y'all catch the next one because it was awesome. The actors were amazing.
So we have some comments right here. Glenisha said, I thought I saw you at the show. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Misunderstood. Hello, everybody. Let's move it right along.
Hello, Deborah Lee, Tasha Scott. Thank y'all for tuning in as well. Nikedra, Nicole, thank y'all for tuning in. So this weekend I had the pleasure of being a co-host of an event as well. It was called Real Talk with God's People. And when I tell y'all we had real talk, like those things that y'all find taboo on a Sunday morning that you would never even think about bringing up because you think, oh my God, this is church, I can't say that. We touched on it. We touched on everything. You know, somebody came forth. Of course, I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody came forth and said, you know, how is God real when my father raped me? You know, we had those types of conversations, up close and personal. And, you know, we had an awesome panel that was able to provide, you know, some God-driven answers and some God-driven advice. We had, I don't know if y'all are familiar with Pastor BJ, Broderick James. He was in the building. He had some good insight. My godmom, Dr. Shonda, Pastor Chris, who was our guest last week, he spearheaded the event, and it was just absolutely awesome. We were able to have real conversations that you would not get answers to on a Sunday morning because it's taboo, and that's so needed because it's so sad to where you actually should be able to get those answers. Like, everything's so orchestrated. It's more of like a program, and it's more of like a production where it really should just be church. Church is the hospital. If somebody needs deliverance from dealing with some type of trauma, they should be able to come and get that, you know, but we focus on the whole layout, the programming, the order of everything, and people need healing. People need healing these days more than anything. So I can go on record to say healing did take place. You know, I think people did get the answers that they were looking for. And I will say this, we spearheaded something great, y'all, because we're coming back at the beginning of next year. This Real Talk is going to be like a quarterly thing because it's needed because churches don't have it. So.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. So just be on the lookout for us. Y'all gonna see another flyer going on probably sometime in January. Come on and have a real talk with us.
That's
Real
amazing.
talk.
And hey, hopefully I'll get it and have time to be able to be in the audience because I love having those open conversations.
Right.
Mhm.
And you know, like you said, on Sundays they have their sermon prepared.
Yeah.
And but for people that don't go to church, you can go during the week. That's what you learn about and learn how to do things at
Right.
Bible study.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to sit. I mean, when I tell you my live is going bazooka right now, of everybody still want to talk about the play.
Cracking up later.
So hey, Dirk, I just want to say you are a phenomenal actor. Shay Atkins, you are a phenomenal actor. Desmond, let me tell y'all about Natasha Bates, y'all.
Ooh,
Natasha
she was
Bates
good.
was crack stitch popping funny. Shay sung them out the house. Brandy Appear sung them out the house. Devin sung them out the house. Angeline Geneve sung them down. And that's what I heard a lot. So all y'all just watching, I heard that we sung the roof off.
Yeah.
So we had some great
Y'all
singers,
did.
and it was a great show, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, she had a lot of amazing talent. Everybody in that play can sing. They can blow.
Yes.
Houston got talent, baby.
Yes,
Houston is where it is. For the longest, you hear about LA, you hear about New York, you hear about Atlanta, baby. Now you about to hear about Houston. Houston is where it's running. Houston, yes, we always got something going on, and it's so beautiful.
The best at it.
It's so beautiful to hear the dynamics of events. You see what I'm saying? It's like all three different type of events.
Yes.
And they were all dynamic. So
absolutely. I was watching some of yours on the coming through, and I got caught up when that preacher was talking. I said, "Ooh, let me go to sleep. I'm gonna go and look at this at work because I get to see the whole thing."
Yeah,
and I like when y'all share parts of stuff for people that don't, that didn't get a chance to get there. We can see it.
Yeah.
Hello, Cynthia. How are you? I hate I didn't get to shake your hand, but I did see you on the burgundy carpet.
Yes, indeed. So y'all, once again, Houston is where it's at. Be on the lookout because all of us got things coming up. Also, this coming December, TDOC is putting on an event that's going to feature Epic. More information will be shared. There's already a flyer that is going on. And so we want y'all to be in the building. It's going to be some awesome entertainment that's going to be lined up. So as we get closer, y'all going to really see what it's going to really be about. And y'all going to really see why y'all should be in the building.
Absolutely.
All right.
Keep marking the date. Keep your
Yes,
calendars
December
open.
7th. December 7th.
Yes. Y'all listen, have y'all been watching the news? We got the elections going on. And
early
you know what?
Started today too.
Early voting started when?
Today. It's today through the November 1st, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think I'll go Thursday. But you know what, y'all? I want to share something. I want to talk about it with y'all and them. I was a little conflicted, guys, because there's something going around, and they speaking about the Democratic Party or the people that are so open-minded to things, and it's kind of put some questions in my mind about what am I voting for when I vote for things that I really don't believe in. But I look at them as it's no big deal. It ain't concerning me. But it could be.
Right.
It could be. And it's kind of like I don't know who to vote for. I don't know who to vote for, to be serious. I don't know. I know I don't want to vote for Trump.
Right.
But I'm not sure if I want to vote for Kamala. I'm not sure if I want to vote for her either.
But you know what though, Tiff, in those, because I've done that before, where it was two different candidates and I wasn't really feeling either one of them. I still went, but there were other categories that I voted in, but I did not actually vote for the president.
Okay, gotcha.
But I voted for other categories because
y'all hear that?
Yeah, so you get there are other categories. It's not just Kamala versus Trump.
Yeah.
It's other stuff that's going on in your city, that's going on in your local community. So if you're not feeling a particular candidate, don't vote for that candidate, but vote for something. You gotta be, something has to intrigue your interest about what's going on in your personal community, at the very least, to what would drive you to those polls to make a decision.
That makes sense. What you just said too, because some people thinking you just go vote and you just vote for the president.
You vote for everybody. You got Ted Cruz position open. You have all these different politicians all the way down from judges to all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, hello. Dirk said that he voted straight Democratic Party. Everybody.
I'm with you.
But look, I want to encourage everybody out there, and you too, Tiff, to go out there and just vote, even though you don't like either one of the candidates. A non-vote is a vote for Trump, because you never know. You got idiots out there just vote for this man.
But I don't know if I believe in the things that Kamala believes in.
You see what I'm saying? It's just
what I'm saying is who's caring? Because most often than not, the Senate is going to be blocking most of the stuff she's trying to do anyway, because the Republicans are running the Senate right now.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So y'all got two good points.
But I can't make you vote for the president, but I encourage everyone out there to just vote.
Yes.
And I would like to say, Kamala Harris, go.
Hey, Pastor Chris, y'all. Pastor Chris Stevens is online, y'all. That was the pastor who we interviewed last week and who spearheaded this past weekend's Real Talk session. So he's chiming in tonight. Thank you, sir, for chiming in.
Thank you so much.
And he says that voting is very important. Yes, it is. But yes, and I feel what Tiff is saying, because, like I said, that was a point in time where I was not feeling either candidate, but I still went to go vote for other things because I couldn't find it in myself in good conscience. Like I said, even if I was totally against one, but partially against the other one, whatever made me be partially against that other one, it was strong enough for me to not still want to vote for them. So I went and I still voted in other categories.
Yeah.
So
okay. Gotcha.
I cannot go against my morals. Like if it's something that I don't agree with morally, but I like this candidate better than this other one, but the candidate that I like more goes against my moral principles, I cannot in good faith vote for that person. So I absolutely get what Tiff is saying, but that's not going to stop me from voting in other categories.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So vote.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I guess, guys, we're at the time where we can talk about our main topic.
Yes. Which is effective
ways to disagree.
Yes.
All right. So we all have different disagreements, guys.
Right.
But we don't have to fight and kill each other, hate each other, just because we don't agree. Just as long as we on the same accord. Being on the same accord and disagreeing, they're two different things. And as mature adults, we should be able to disagree on something without getting so angry with each other, because everybody's feelings are valid. Yeah. What y'all think?
Yes, indeed. And like she said, it's always alternative ways to disagree, other than slapping and fighting and biting, kicking, spitting, all that.
Honestly, if you over the age of 25 and you still slapping and trying to, throw punches, you need to go sit on somebody's. First of all, you need to get on your knees, and then when you get up off your knees, go sit on somebody's couch, because something is chemically wrong with you. If you're over 25 still trying to fight, something you missed the growth spurt somewhere, because by 25 you shouldn't be fighting no more. I give anybody, like I say, because again, I know everybody's legally grown at 21, but you still a child, because you're still a very dependent in a lot of ways. But by the time you're 25, you probably have been around the block a few times. You didn't experience a little bit of life, and so by then you should have grown out of your fighting days, and you should have developed other ways to handle conflict.
And people are so immature in their mindset to where, when somebody disagree with them, they take it personal. It's not anything wrong with you. It's probably I disagree with what you're saying. If I look at the sky and I see it blue, and you look at the sky and you see it green, that's nothing to have to defamate somebody's character or be so mad that you don't speak to them no more just because they disagree with something that you believe that's probably they blue. They could be colorblind.
We all have.
So if they think the sky is green, they say, "Oh, okay, it look blue to me." But hey.
Yeah.
But I do have, me. I'm gonna
bring the facts.
I'm gonna bring the facts, baby.
Let's bring the facts.
So I do have 7 effective ways to disagree.
Okay.
First, you want to listen to understand.
Right.
Rather than listening, the person that's talking, you really have listening because you're ready to say what you got to say. Just listen and understand what they're saying.
Absolutely.
Stay calm and respectful, which a lot of us probably it's hard to do that. depending on what the disagreement is about.
Yeah, when y'all disagree, don't be like, nigga, please. Blankety, blankety, blankety.
Don't start, baby. That is,
Yeah.
we don't do no name calling. We don't name calling. No, that's not what we're gonna do.
Next, focus on the issue and not the person.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Next, use I statements instead of use statements. Help avoid putting the other person on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
So
So give an example. Are you saying something like, well, if I were you, I would do this, or how, like, what's...
Yeah, I feel
Uh-huh.
like, and I noticed that you do that a lot.
Yeah.
You be like, I feel that, or I believe.
And I like to say, I like to see this
Right.
happen.
Uh-huh.
Things like
I like
that.
to
That's
see
what you
this
should
happen.
do when you're in a disagreement with somebody. Don't come like, well, you should have did this, you should have did that. Well, you didn't, all that. Just
Accusatory type stuff.
Exactly.
Like,
And like-
these are my personal feelings.
Yes.
You know.
And I feel like, out of what you said so far, listen to understand, I feel like is the biggest thing that
Number
people
one.
don't do, because it's like, if you already got your mindset on with disagreeing with the other person, you're already like in defense mode and you don't hear nothing that's being said. You're just, okay, when
Ready to
you
talk.
hear a pause, okay, chime in.
Right.
And whatever you saying probably don't even make no sense because you didn't even listen to what the other person just
And,
said because you're so
You gotta
ready
be
to fight.
open-minded.
And
Yeah.
a lot of us do that. We
Concentrate on
listen-
what we're gonna say.
exactly,
Yes.
rather than actually hearing the person.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you. Let me go back one fact you just said. Focus on the issue and not the person. What if the person is the issue? Then what you do?
Focus on the person.
Well, you focus, okay, so you focus on the issue within the person. Like, okay, so I would still say use I statements, because even if that person is the issue, you can still address it, but like, well, I feel that things could have been handled differently. If it's something that they did and they didn't necessarily handle it correctly, you're not negating that person, but you're still not attacking them. I feel like this, not saying I feel like you could have done this differently. I feel like things could have been done differently. So, and they know what they did. They know what you're talking about when you say,
Right.
if somebody hauled off and cussed somebody out and you don't agree with how they handled something, well, I feel like, that could have been handled differently.
Or
Yeah. Or yeah.
or if you basically are at a point where you're trying to give somebody guidance,
Mm-hmm.
it's always the quote has been going on for years, from decades. It's not what you say, it's
Right.
how you
You
say
say it. I say that all the time.
Mhm.
You can say anything you want to say, but it's how you deliver it to the person.
So you gotta
Right.
think. When you think about what you say, don't say things maliciously. Don't say things with the intention to hurt.
Right.
You want to be understood, and that's the main thing in communication. So what we got here, if you want to tell somebody, a boy that got his pants sagging, you want to tell them about it. You say, you know what, young man, I like to see you grow and prosper in life. I like to see you a president. I like to see you owning $50 million homes. And to say all kind of nice things like what I like to see.
Mm-hmm.
And
But
if you pull if you've never seen a man like that, dressed like you,
Mm-hmm.
that somebody think positive of. And we
Right.
don't want people to look at you in a bad way. We
Right.
don't want to get negative thoughts about you when you see that, because when I see a man pants like that, well, it's telling a story about them, and you don't want people to misunderstand you, because I know that you're a good person. I know that you're smart. I know you got to sow into people sometimes before you can
Right.
tell them about themselves. They're like, if they feel like you don't love them or like them, then you can't really say much to them.
Yeah.
When you
Relationship
have-
is important.
Right.
Yeah.
But when that don't work, just tell them the truth. The reason sagging started, where I heard it, is the people in jail
Mm-hmm.
sagging, showing their booty, like to
Mm-hmm.
let other inmates know that they're available
Yeah.
for entry.
Yeah.
So if you want to continue to sag, just go ahead.
Right.
And you be-
The
Yeah,
message
go
that you
ahead,
sending
do your
to people.
thing.
But when you're in the midst of having, I guess, those disagreements, like I say, I'm big on, like, don't call me out my name. I just said by the time you get 25, you should be past your fighting stage. But the quickest way to get me to kind of revert back to that is to call me out of my name.
Oh, you got your name.
I may have to just kind of go woo side. Don't call me no B. Don't call me all of that. I never understood when did it become cool, because I noticed, like, amongst girlfriends and stuff, what's up, B?
Yeah.
I don't get down like that. That's not a term of endearment. No, don't call me that. Like you can, like, okay, and I know it's a matter of preference, so it's not like a matter of a right and wrong type situation, because at the same time, I can be friendly, but like, what's up, heifer? You know what I'm saying?
And heifer mean cow.
Heifer mean cow. But my personal preference, like I said, that's why I say it's not a right and a wrong, but don't call me no B. Right. Like B, baby.
Like I say, I use the word nigga a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, it ain't that personal, but I know some people take offense to it. And if I know you take offense to it, I'll try not to say it around you.
Right.
But you know, I'm trying not to, so it may slip because my memory is not that long. So,
hey y'all, wait, so Nicoya just said, she said, hey y'all, I'm so sorry that she could not make the play on Saturday. Tifco, thank you, and Fashawn for your generosity. I hope someone was able to enjoy it. My mandatory tech rehearsal was moved to 5 o'clock at the last minute, but she knows that the play was amazing. So
thank you.
Yeah,
no problem.
Thank you.
I'm gonna send you my IOU. Hey, I'm just playing.
Yes.
Just playing.
Another, we have like 3 more. Another one is agree to disagree.
Yeah.
It's okay that you're not gonna come to like a common ground, but agree to disagree. It's not gonna, your point, you give me your point, I'm giving my point. We just not gonna agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to
okay.
disagree. It's okay.
It's okay. Some people, I'm telling you, immature people, they just take it so personal. And I'm going back on that. You know, when somebody disagree with you, it doesn't mean that they don't like you. They just disagree with that thought pattern or whatever it is that you say. You think that listen, people will have fights about Beyonce. She's a big one that everybody disagree about. I don't think Beyonce can sing. Then I think she can sing. I don't think Beyonce that pretty. I think she's very pretty. I mean, listen, and then people will be going on and on.
They be wanting to get to
and everything.
They want to fight you behind it. Like, dang, what bill did she pay? Like, why you so ready to fight behind Beyonce? What bill of yours did she pay that you so vested like that? Like,
so I'm just gonna ask a question right now, where we can all play this game. Okay, who is your favorite female artist? Best, who you think sing the best?
Sing or rap?
Sing.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say Sade.
Sade.
Well, no, Helen. Her name is Helen, but you know.
Okay, Sade. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Leandra Johnson is by far my favorite singer.
It's so hard for me.
I know it's hard because it's hard for me too, but Leandra Johnson just do something to me, girl. When she says, she just does it for me.
I'm trying to think. I'm more, I guess because I was born in the 80s and I grew up in the 90s, I'm more of a group person. So I would probably say my favorite group is probably TLC.
Okay.
You know, I grew up as a little kid listening to that, so I don't have like a female singer that's like my favorite.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Well, y'all gonna think this is strange. I like rap because I like when I listen to musical songs, I listen for the beat.
Me too.
So
we talking about singer, not rap.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I like rap. So
you ain't got no singer.
I don't have
well, I guess since she ain't got no singer, my favorite rap artist is Tupac all day, every day.
Okay. One of my favorite rap artists is, y'all not gonna believe it because it's Mo3 and DMX.
Oh man, Nick, who's your favorite rap person?
So we got
female. I like Cardi B. I just because like I said, I listen to songs for the beats.
So we got some people right here putting on the things they like. Check your pages, y'all, and see if y'all. Dirk said he like always Whitney Houston and Shantae Moore. Shantae Moore is up there at the top. And then Felicia said Alicia Keys. And that's
Nicoya say Pastor DJ is hers.
Pastor DJ, I don't know who that is. Excuse me. Who? So listen, guys, we can go. Let's see. We all think different.
Mm-hmm.
These people all sound different. Mm-hmm. But that we shouldn't fight over our opinion. Mm-hmm. We should be able to. Now you can have a debate about it, a clean cut debate. Because debate is fun sometimes. Or you can compare. Well, this one is many Grammys. This one, and all that really doesn't matter because it's a personal preference. You know, it's a fan favorite. So these things like this, we all are different. The world will be so boring if we all thought the same.
Yeah.
If we all, I mean, it's okay to agree, but it will be boring if we all did the same things, dressed the same way. We all went to bed at the same time. We all drove the same car. It would be a boring world, don't y'all think?
I think the underlying issue, like when people cannot come to terms with being able to agree to disagree, the underlying real issue with that is control. That's the underlying real issue with that is control, because basically if you cannot agree to disagree with me, basically you're mad because you can't control how I think.
Right.
And vice versa. So you really have a control problem.
Absolutely.
And that's the part that kind of needs to kind of be dealt with. Like, what in you wants to be so controlling to where you cannot allow another person to be an individual and think differently from you?
But do people always think, because people, like, for example, with the control thing, people gonna always think they're not the problem. But in actuality, they may be the problem. But of course, you're not gonna think you're the problem. But
so I get what you're saying in that aspect. But I'm saying, like, if you cannot bring yourself to be able to be okay with me seeing something differently, like if we cannot, like, okay, we can sit up here, we can debate something all day long. If we are not, before we part ways and go back to our various destinations, if before we leave, we cannot leave on a good note because we were not able to come to an agreement, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem. And whoever is like the aggressor in the problem, I feel like it's more of a control thing, because dang, I can feel and I can think and I can have whatever opinion I want to have without you trying to be mad because I don't think the same.
But listen, I worked in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice as a correctional officer for 20 years. And I've seen some knockout, drag out fights behind something as frivolous as, you know, football teams. You know, people will fuss and fight and disagree over football teams, stats. Them Cowboy fans will kill you. They will kill you. And I'm like, you know, hey, that's your favorite team? Cool. You know, but I like the Texans.
Yeah.
Whether they got a 30-0 or not, that has nothing to do with it's a fan.
That's who you like. Yeah. Like you loyal. I'm loyal to a fault because I know the Cowboys sorry, but I love them. I love my sorry. I love my sorry Cowboys, but I mean they don't take away the fact that they sorry. But I love them just like you love your child. You know your child messing up. They don't stop you from loving them.
Yeah. So what about when you have when you are in, you know, like this is a disagreement. Like, you know, you may be in a group and you like a favorite color and everybody like a favorite color, but the color you like is never highlighted or you never get the opportunity to be able to use the color or something like that. So when you bring that to somebody's attention, you know, how do you resolve that? Like, how do as a group people resolve, like, you know, hey, how do we all be able to be happy with something? Is it votes?
You should be able, like if it's a matter of a color, you should be able to, okay, well this time we're gonna go with this color, the next time we go with this color. It's like we just have to just kind of be open to compromising. Okay, so if the majority go with this color this time, okay, next time we'll go with that color. Like we just have to just kind of be fair in this situation.
But don't get upset because your color wasn't chosen first. Yeah, because that's how people be doing.
Yeah, because that's immature and that's childish.
That brings me to my next point, which is seek common ground.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know, we all need to take each other in consideration. That's a Christian thing to do, is to take other people's feelings in consideration.
Right.
If you walking around here and you don't care about nobody but yours, and the only time you happy is everything going the way you want it to go, then that's another thing that you might need to get counseling for too. So at the end of the day, we wanna all try to make each other happy as best as we can.
Unless you're losing the argument, then you know it's whatever. We in that argument. I'm playing. I'm sure when y'all looking at me. I'm playing. I can feel y'all staring at me like, shut down that tripping.
If you notice an argument or a disagreement is getting too heated, then maybe you just need to take a break and revisit it at another time.
Yeah, because I ain't never been good. Look, I love Aaliyah, but I ain't never been good with going back and forth. My patience just ain't set up that way. So if I see it ain't going nowhere, I'm like, look, okay, well, obviously we ain't getting nowhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go. You know, whenever we are ready to talk like two mature adults, then we can revisit this conversation. But I'm not a lead. One thing I'm not going to do is go back and forth. No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I know. De-escalating the matter is very important. Nowadays, now people are shooting and killing.
Yeah.
But it's simplest argument.
And for the people that just coming on here today, our hot topic and what we're talking about today is effective ways to disagree. So if y'all have any ways to effectively disagree, go ahead and drop them on the comments.
Let us know.
Yeah. We want to thank once again everybody that's chimed in.
Oh, yeah.
I think I had missed the comment. Nicole, she said tone does matter. Absolutely.
Right.
It absolutely matters in any type of thing.
Time.
It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You know,
and but check this out. I have to keep in mind, so I talk loud. I have a loud voice when I'm talking. Gary tells me that all the time. Marlon does too. So just because my tone is loud, that don't mean I'm mad or I'm arguing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it appears to them.
well, do your voice only get loud when you're agitated? Because you're not a naturally loud person. See, I can say I'm loud. I'm loud all day, every day. So
no, that's
you ain't loud, nigga. You loud when you mad.
I don't think I'm loud when I'm mad. No, I don't think that's true. Because I talk loud anyway. Like I could be talking to one of my coworkers on the phone, talking about an issue at work. That don't mean I'm mad just because I got a loud.
You're just trying to make sure they understand what you're saying.
I get that from my dad, and I got a sister that talks loud too.
I think you just country loud like me.
I'm
country loud.
Okay, so we're gonna go there.
Right. Name calling. I'm just playing.
Name calling. I'm just saying, you just like me. I'm country loud.
Now we got some comments on there, y'all. We're gonna read some. So Eleanor Greer said, "Only a fool is right all the time."
Yeah.
And delivery is key. Dirk, when we can't agree, we can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right.
Yeah, you should be able to agree to disagree. Like I say, you should, if there is a disagreement and you're not able to, again, I'm not a fan of going back and forth. So sometimes, depending on the magnitude of the issue, you may not necessarily come to an agreement in one setting, but you should be mature enough to be like, okay, you know what? I see we're not going to agree. Let's revisit this tomorrow. And you should,
you can tell somebody your feelings are valid.
Yeah, your feelings are valid.
I'm taking into consider your feelings.
Right.
Your feelings are valid. And sometimes people a lot of times when people argue, they are arguing because they want to just be understood.
And some people argue because they want to be right.
You can say that sometimes when you argue, not everything you're saying is wrong.
Right.
But this part of what you're saying, I feel like is wrong.
Right.
So you can say your feelings are valid.
But see,
your feelings are valid. Those are your feelings, they're valid. But okay, can you hear me out?
But I'm all for trying to get to the bottom of stuff. But some people like to argue just to argue. That's right. I'm not gonna sit up there and just, to me, if I see it's not going nowhere, I'm just not wired to just sit there and just listen to this not go nowhere. Let's get to the point. Like, okay, so listen, is it something that I said or did to affect you? If I've already apologized and if I've already taken full ownership of whatever you perceive that I've done, because I'm a big thing of whether I perceive I've done it or not. If you come to me and say, hey, Tiff, what you said, what you did, it offended me. In the back of my mind, I may be like, what? But because you said it offended you, at that point, my feelings don't matter because you're the one that said that I offended you. So I'm going to validate your feelings and say, listen, it wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. Now, after I said that, you still want to go back and forth?
Then
good night.
Now that's what I do not like, y'all. I do not like when people don't allow you to be mature. And you came over here, and you gonna allow me to apologize. You gonna allow me to be sorry, and now I'm not sorry. Because I said, okay, I wanted to, but now you want to keep going on.
Yeah, like, good night. I'm not listening. I said I owned it. I said I was, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, like, Lord, like, I didn't mean that wasn't my intention. But the fact that you said it, I'm going to validate your feelings. And I'm going to tell you from the bottom of my heart, that wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. But I'm not going to keep, you're not going to keep telling me how wrong I was after I've owned it.
And that's what Eleanor said. She said, mature enough to walk away.
Yeah.
She said, I've matured a lot because I was always ready to fight, but I'm happy I'm better now.
And Eleanor Griggs, she said, just because you get loud, it just lets people know that you're passionate about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's the instance.
Yeah, I'm a passionate speaker.
Maybe that's the instance with me, because people think I'm mad just because I get loud or whatever, but I'm not mad.
I'm a passionate speaker.
Look, y'all, I'm not mad. Okay?
Yeah, like we just have to just be
when
able
I talk
to.
mad, I'm either passionate, and when I
But
talk loud, I'm
you
either.
talk real like mellow. Your tone is mellow. Whatever you do, you just keep it calm.
I keep it calm because I really want to be understood. At the end of the day, I really have a desire to be understood because I hate being misunderstood. I hate being read wrong. So I try to give what I want back, and that's just to hear me out. And I feel like that, when you're around certain people, you know who to talk to people and what not to talk to people about. Like you have to have some maturity within yourself too. You got to know you can't go talk to that fool about them. They looking like Urkel. You know they want to wear that. They came out the house like that, and then when they get talked about, and then they want to come cry on your shoulder. What you got to tell them?
You know what, baby? To me, I would be honest, but in a loving way. But I'm not gonna keep like trying to make them do something. If to me, okay, so when their birthday come up and when Christmas come up, baby, what size you wear? I'm gonna go buy you some clothes.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, man, look, we just need to take you to a store and get you some gear.
Yeah.
Just change your outfit. I mean, you still can be smart.
Yeah.
While you dressing fly.
Well, what about the people that just can't never give you an honest answer because they just they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to hurt your feelings. So if you ask them, is it cute? They always say yes.
Nah, you don't need no people around.
Baby,
That's funny because that goes to my next thing. What do you think people are often afraid to disagree with others? Why do you think they're often afraid to disagree with others?
Because
offended.
Fear. They don't want to be offended, and then fear. Okay, like it's going to affect the relationship. To me, baby, if I cannot be honest, I love my stepfather. He's deceased, but I loved him so much because he was so honest, baby. If I want brutally honest, and sometimes it hurt my feelings, but when I look back, I can't do nothing but appreciate it. I used to, baby. I wore polka dots one time. He said, "Come here, baby." He said, "Come here." He said, "Now you know I love you, right?" He said, "But baby, polka dots don't do nothing for you. Don't wear that no more." Oh wow! He straight up told me that. And I thought I was cute. I was like, Lee. I was like, huh? He's like, baby. He's like, you're a beautiful young lady. Polka dots don't do nothing for you. Okay. Don't wear that no more. To this day, it's been over 9 years. I ain't put on no more polka dots because that man told me polka dots don't do nothing for me.
Yeah. My daddy used to tell me my daddy is brutally honest.
Yes.
He don't have no other way. He don't mean no harm.
Yeah.
He's telling you the only way he knows how. My daddy used to tell me, he said, why don't you love yourself? He said, if God cloned you right now to look exactly the way you look, talk like you, walk like you, would love it to death. But you won't love yourself. And I said, wow. And that took me a long way in life. That I love everything and everybody, and I would pour into it and give 100%, but I wouldn't do that for my own self as a young woman. And I think a lot of us can agree that, we was somewhere around up in that too. We found ourselves.
Oh yeah.
When he told me that was profound. But my dad was telling me, don't get fat. He's telling me, don't get fat. Don't get fat. Either you're gonna get fat or make money. Which one? I said, oh Lord. But he, and I think about all the stuff he said, although he was brutally honest, as an adult, I realized I thank him for being that way with me. Because in life, too many people lead you down the wrong way.
You was prepared for the word.
I was prepared for
That's the same thing I did.
I was prepared for work. My people can say anything to me. It do not bother me. And people say, no, nothing bother you because my daddy is. I'm ready. I'm ready for the world.
Exactly.
But it's just sometimes okay. But and again, this is only coming from this. We're talking about stuff coming from people that love you, like family, friends. But to me, sometimes your opinion ain't really solicited. So if I don't really have that relationship or that connection with you, you do not feel comfortable telling me what you think about me, because I will not receive it because we don't have that connection. Like, why do you think I'm supposed to receive what you got to say?
Okay,
we ain't got no connection. So I'm just saying, like, your people. And you know who you, just like Tiff said, you know who you can say stuff to.
Right.
I'm not going to talk to Billy John on the street and say, hey, polka dots don't look good on you.
But,
I don't want to get slapped.
So, Tiff, people can't solicit you?
No. I don't do unsolicited advice from people that I don't know. No. Because I wouldn't do that. Like, to me, you can look a mess, but if I don't really know you like that, who am I to try to tell you something? Or now, if you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna give you the undeniable truth, but I'm not gonna solicit nothing if I don't have that connection with you.
Eleanor said that, oh, sorry guys, my phone went dead, so hopefully y'all picking this up on somebody else's page. I don't know if it continues to show on my page or not. But however, Eleanor said that sometimes people don't tell you or like to tell you anything because they fear confrontation. And I used to be guilty of that. I just didn't want it to be a big problem, so I just kept it to
You want to
myself.
keep the peace.
And a lot of women do that in a relationship.
Yeah.
They don't tell a man, or the man don't tell a woman all they gripes and complain. They just don't want to argue and fuss about it. Because people will not allow you to say their opinion. I have so many friends that I cannot tell them the truth. I mean, we're going to have to fall out and argue. It'll be a week later. But you said last week. I'm like, baby, that was last week. You think I remember? I don't know who I am today. You think I remember what I told you? If I can't tell you nothing, I won't say nothing else, okay?
But it also depends, okay, like you said.
And then they said, no, you can tell me. No, I cannot tell you.
Like you said earlier in the conversation, like the temperament of people. So if people kind of like wear their feelings on their sleeves. I mean, not saying now, again, if whatever you're doing is affecting me, I don't care. Your feelings can get hurt all they want. If it's affecting me,
absolutely,
I'm going to address it. But if it's something that you're doing and it's not really affecting me, I may kind of like tread lightly, but if it just begins to like be too much, then I'm gonna eventually say something. But if it's something based on, okay, you think you look good at something, but you really don't, and I know you're sensitive, I may tread lightly. But if it's just like I say, I may let you get away with it maybe once or twice with it, but you make that a pattern, I may be like, baby, like, listen, like, well, what about that don't look good?
What about if they ask you?
Now, if they ask me, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
And then get mad at the truth.
Yeah, now see.
Has that happened to you?
Yes.
Yeah, it happens to a lot of us. You tell them the truth. They want to know the truth, but they really don't want to know the truth.
Yeah.
The temperament.
Don't ask me. And so I know some people. What do you do to eradicate that? Because I know some people will say stuff like, "Now, do you want me to tell you the truth? Or do you want me to tell you a lie?" And it's your choice now.
It's your choice. Yeah. That's actually a good way because to me, I guess whatever the truth may be, they may not, whatever you say, they may not be imagining that you're going to say what you're going to say, but you gave me permission to tell the truth. So if you decide you want to get mad after I told the truth, then that's on you. Mm-hmm. So that's a great way. Give them that option. You want to know the truth, or you want me to tell you what you want to hear?
But at the end of the day, in regards to the effective ways to disagree, guys, we just want to also just be mindful about our approach. That it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Mm-hmm. And when you find that this is becoming a hostile situation where you and someone is getting very hostile, then you stop. There's some rule breakers. I've heard things like, don't discuss the Bible, don't discuss politics. These are things that will get most people heated. They have people, and that's true. They have people that will not talk to you if you vote for Trump. They got some people that will not talk to you if you vote for Kamala. Y'all don't know anything about
Kamala Harris.
These people more accomplished. You don't know what they're doing on a day-to-day. They could be eating children. You don't know. That
is what I'm not going to do.
And my thing is, they got some people delete you off Facebook. You say people have a choice to like and do what they want to do. You're not paying their bills. You're not feeding them. You're not doing none of the sorts. So you just keep that in mind when you try to rule and regulate what somebody think or how they feel. So don't, disagreements, when y'all disagree, hey, their feelings are valid and so is yours.
Yes. And you just confirmed what I said earlier. Remember, I said it was an underlying control problem. Uh-huh. If you cannot agree to disagree, you really need to do search within, because really what you have is a control problem.
Absolutely.
That is controlling. You should be okay with somebody disagreeing with you.
And if you feel that your disagreement is getting heated, then just simply walk away.
Absolutely.
Just walk away.
And also apologize only one time. Don't sit there over and over apologize. It don't take one apology.
That's it.
If I gotta apologize you more than once, hey, you stay the F away from me.
Hey, Jesus died one time. Okay? So baby, that ought to be good enough for you.
And then if I gotta apologize more than one time, the Virgo will come out in me.
Yeah.
I don't want the Virgo to come out.
No, we don't want that.
I'm a calm guy 99% of the time, but that 1%, and they let that Virgo out, man. So yeah.
You know what, VO, I know in the past I will say I can't see it, but I think I can, because you done said that too many times. Yeah. I think I believe you now.
All my on the
They
line.
scary.
And a lot of times people that talk a lot are very sensitive.
Yeah.
You
The
know.
weakest one in the room is the loudest one in the room.
Yeah,
That's how-
yeah.
On the streets,
Yeah,
that's how it
sometimes
goes.
that is true. The quiet, they used to say the quiet ones are the ones you have to watch out for.
Yes.
I used to hear that.
Quiet
all the time.
storms.
And yes. Well, guys, we hope that we drop some good nuggets for y'all so that y'all can keep from killing each other out there in the streets.
Yes.
And we just like to say bye and see y'all next time on that note. And smile while you still got teeth.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Peace out.
Bye.